Question number 11. An amount of $2,000 is deposited into a bank account that pays 3.5% interest compounded once a year. If there are no other withdrawals or deposits, what will be the balance of the account after 4 years? We want to type our answer rounded to the nearest penny. So an example would be like $12.52. Okay, we're answering like the problem has given us dollars, so we want to make sure that we're putting things in terms of dollars in our answer. Okay, so we need to use this compound interest formula to help us out in number 11. There's my pen tools. Okay, so in my compound interest formula, we have some different variables we need. We need our initial principal. So if we look here, we've got this initial amount of $2,000 that's been deposited. So that P value is going to be 2,000. Okay, I also have my R, or my interest rate, and it tells me that it's 3.5%. And remember, we need to convert that percentage into a decimal, and we do that by dividing by 100 because our percentage is out of 100. So that's going to be 0.035. And then it tells me that it's compounded once a year. So that's going to be that N value. And whenever my N value is 1, it doesn't really affect my problem at all. So even if you didn't use the N, it doesn't change your value. It's when something is compounded quarterly or maybe monthly, that's when it's significant. If there are no other withdrawals or deposits, what will be the balance of the account after 4 years? So then my T value is going to be 4 because that's my length of time, and that's what my T stands for. So now that I have my variables identified, I can go ahead and substitute them into my formula. So A equals my initial principal, so that's that 2,000 times 1 plus my rate. So my rate is that 0.035. Now, again, I said that the N value here doesn't really matter because we are only compounding yearly, but I'm going to put it in here anyways because if that was quarterly or yearly, it would matter. So we'll just get in the habit of using that. And this is the formula that you're going to see on the EOC. So you'll see those N values in there. And then we go ahead and we raise it to the N times T. So my N was 1 and my T is 4. And now I have an equation here that I can evaluate. So I'm going to pull up my calculator. If you want to simplify it and do it in steps, you can, but I'm going to go ahead and do it all at once. So I have 2,000 times 1 plus. Now I know here that if I divide by 1, it's not going to change the value, but if you want to see how you would type it in, I'm going to open up another set of parentheses to show you, and then I close it with 2 pairs of parentheses. So in essence, I'm putting this fraction in parentheses. If you have a calculator that does fractions, you could have used your fraction button there too. I can show you that in a second. And then I'm raising it to the 1 times 4. And when I press enter, I end up with $2,295 and then 0.046, so that would round up to 0.05. So 2295.05, 2295.05, $2,295 and 5 cents. So after 4 years with an interest rate of 3.5%, that's how much money I'd have just letting it sit there and growing over those 5 years. Now, let me just show you for those of you who want to see how to use the fraction button here. So if you do have a fraction button, you can do 1 plus and then go ahead and hit your little fraction guy. And you can do that in Desmos as well if you're using the Desmos calculator. All divided by 1. So that's kind of a neater way to write it, cleaner a little bit. And you can see we get the same answer, but that's using your fraction tool either in the Desmos calculator or if you have a calculator that does fractions. All right, so that'd be my final answer, and that's what we'd go ahead and input into our answer text box on the test with your answer that you get on the test. Don't input this answer. This is the review. You need to go do question 11 on the test.